Stay tuned and let's check out this Marvel Legends The Infinity Saga, Infinity War, Captain America. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and remember you can now hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Quite simply show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Studios The Infinity Saga, Captain America, and more specifically, the Infinity War Captain America. Now, this is essentially a redo, as we have already had this version of Captain America from Marvel Legends before, but that was based off concept art. It wasn't very accurate, definitely didn't look like Chris Evans, so this was definitely a version of Captain America that was worthy of a redo, so I'm not mad about it. It is also a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. However, in the UK, this guy appeared on Smith's. So it's in stock right now on Smith's. That's where I got mine from before it even appears on Hasbro Pulse. So it's crazy how distribution works. I don't know, but I have it in my hands and I'm loving the Infinity Saga so far. Now, I already did a mix and match and sort of made a custom Infinity War Captain America, which I obviously do a comparison with, as well as the original version. But still, it was definitely a character that needed an upgrade, so I can understand why Hasbro revisited him. He's got 2 Wakandan shields, 2 interchangeable heads, and some interchangeable hands, much more accurate to the version we did see in Infinity War. So there it is on the front of the box. On the side, we're getting that sort of collage of all the characters. On the back, we get a poster of the Infinity War movie, as well as a little write-up that reads, "Armed with a Wakandan shield, Steve Rogers stepped forward to defend the world from the impossible threat of Thanos and his minions." And yeah, as I said, I love how the themes for all these figures sort of fit together and the packaging and all that. And Infinity Saga is definitely lining up to be one of my favourites. But how will Captain America hold up? Let's find out. So here we have Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, out of the packaging, and this is essentially the Nomad version of Captain America within the MCU. When Captain America was on the run and he obviously wasn't carrying the mantle anymore, that's where you can see the star is all blacked out in the middle. And yeah, overall, like this look for Captain America. Now, he does come with 2 shields. Now, first things first, the shields are different. One is sort of deployed, one isn't, and that bugs me. Just for someone with an OCD sort of symmetrical mind, it bugs me that I'm going to have 2 different shields. I like how they've sculpted 2 up and gave us options, but you could at least gave us a set of each. That would have been very nice. But now I'm not going to have a symmetrical Steve Rogers. That bugs me a little bit, just personally. He comes with 2 heads, one angry expression, one not. I do like those options, but I still don't see Steve Rogers or even Chris Evans in these faces, and I'll zoom in and show you them in a second. But I like that we got interchangeable fisted hands. I do think every figure should come with these neutral fisted hands. It just works better for display. The 2 hands on him right now are obviously C-gripped, so he can hold his shields. Now, of course, I'm going to break this figure down, zoom in and check him out as he is on his own, but obviously stick around, because if you've been a fan of this channel for a while, you know I have this sort of kit-bashed sort of action figure upgrade version of Infinity War Cap, and obviously I'm going to do a straight-up comparison of these 2 as well and see if we can create a better version of Captain America. So yeah, stay around for that. But now, let's zoom in and check out this guy. Now, is it just me, or do you think that Hasbro's lead designer Dwight Stahl for the Marvel team has sneaked himself into the Marvel Legends line here? Because I think this looks more like Dwight than it does Steve Rogers, or Chris Evans for a matter of fact. Like, I just can't see it. It's not terrible. Definitely when the light hits it, the shadow comes. I like the sort of blunt, sort of stoic expression. He sort of looks sad as well. It sort of looks like he's looking down. But the beard is sculpted. The hair is obviously a separate sculpt as well, looking nice. So I like the head sculpt. I just can't see Chris Evans, to be honest. That's just my personal thoughts. But the head sculpt's nicely sculpted. I give it that. So yeah, let's try the other one. And here we have angry Dwight Stahl. I mean Steve Rogers. I mean Captain America. I mean, who is this guy? I still don't see any resemblance to the actor Chris Evans or the character Steve Rogers. I don't know. I just can't see it. I don't dislike the head sculpt. Yes, again, it's definitely an angry-faced guy. Nicely sculpted beard and hair. The eyebrows are definitely a little bit more angry this time. Definitely see some expression within this character. I just can't see who it's meant to be. I'm not going to lie. This sort of face is the face I made when I got this guy the first time round. And if you can't remember, or if you're thinking, who the hell is that guy? This is the first version of Infinity War Captain America that Hasbro gave us. So this is why this figure, this new figure was needed, because this old one was so terrible in regards to resemblance. But I don't think they've done too much better with this one. It's definitely a better head sculpt. I just don't think Chris Evans has that type of face where you can get it looking good. Let me just swap out the other one. So I do think the new one is the lesser of two evils in regards to Captain America head sculpts. But for some reason, they just couldn't get a bearded Steve Rogers right. Chris Evans has clearly got one of those faces. This new one's definitely better. From certain angles it works, but straight on doesn't look like the actor. But definitely better to this random stranger. Who is this guy? So moving away from the head, let's just look at this figure. So I do think there's some reuse and some new parts on this guy. I like the blacked out star. I like the white and red, which is a little bit more subtle, not as bright. But the blue is definitely brighter than the previous version. And I'll do a comparison in a minute. The arms are pinless. So these are new arms, it seems. And now they're more accurate as both of them have the sleeves rolled up with the gloves on, where the previous one only had one sleeve rolled up. So I do like that. On the back, we get the straps of the harness. This bout is a separate piece to hide the swivel at the waist, which is always nice, but that works nicely. It sort of matches the straps at the shoulder there. Moving down to the legs, I think this is all reused from the previous one. As you can see, pins on the legs, and then the black boots, and then the red stripe over these lighter tone in blue. So if I bring in the other one just for a straight up comparison, you can see how much darker the previous version was. Now I actually prefer the darker version. Now I can't remember off the top of my head which one is more accurate to the movie. I would assume the darker version, but it doesn't mean I dislike this blue. But you can see how the arms are now pinless compared to the previous version. This side he had no glove on, now he does, and obviously the rolled up sleeves are pretty accurate to the previous one. But yeah, mainly when I look at this guy looks a lot darker, more nomad to me. Even the white and the reds are a lot more subtle compared to the white and reds on this previous, well, on this new one. The boots are still black, but yeah, definitely the same legs it seems. So in regards to a straight up comparison, it's new arms and then a lot of reuse for the rest of the body, I think. I can't figure out if it's just the colours or the torso is new. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. There is your straight up previous and new comparison for Infinity War Captain America. Neither of them I like as perfect, but they still both work in a collection. Like if you're a Marvel fan and you look at these, you know who it's meant to be. You know what film it's from. But I don't think they've nailed it yet. But I'm going to see if we can mix and match and get our best version in a minute. But let's just go through the accessories that this guy came with, because he did have two shields. So let's look at them. So the first Wakandan shield is retracted before the blades actually come out when he's first given these shields. Nicely sculpted with the silver sort of paint there, or maybe it's a decal or sticker. I can't really tell, but it's definitely chromy silver there on the front. On the back, you sort of get a handle and a harness to go through the arm, and I'll show you that in a minute, but that works out very nicely. So that's retracted blades, and then this is when the blades come out. You see Captain America do exactly that in the film, and you can see this one's a little bit wider. You can see the blades here at the front. So yeah, it's like this one is retracted and then it turns into that one. So we get two different shields. Now I said at the start of the video, that annoys me just because I'm symmetrical minded. Like I would have liked to have two of the same shield rather than two different. Now if you sculpted two, you could have given us two sets. That would have been amazing. But you can see that there's more silver decals on this sort of wider shield. Now you can see that it's retracted compared to the previous one. But yeah, there you go. Two different shields. Both have the same sort of grip and hole for the arms. But yeah, I would have preferred, just personally, two symmetrical shields. But we have options now. So here we have both the shields on cap, and you can see what I mean. For display, it looks a little bit odd because they're two different shields. Both of them are gripped very nicely in these C-gripped hands. What I did is I pop the hand off, attached it to the grip, and then pop the hand back on with the shield attached. Just worked out nicely that way. But you can definitely get this guy posed up in some battle-ready poses with the two shields. So they're going to work. Again, just for me, I would have preferred two of the same, because if I'm going to have him posed neutrally on the shelf, it's going to look a little bit odd, or maybe not, I don't know, but there you go. He holds both the shields no problem at all, and they're tight grips as well. And as I said, the articulation is decent on this guy, so you're going to be able to get him posed up very nicely. But he does have a set of fisted hands, so of course Captain America can still punch some bad guys in the face. So there you go, some neutral fisted hands, so if you didn't want him holding his shield, you don't have to. And there you go, yeah, looking good. So in regards to articulation, it's as you would expect for Captain America. So the arms do go up, not all the way to 90 because the shoulder pads sort of hinder that a little bit, but these new double jointed arms are going to get you about that much in regards to range. The ab crunch is pretty okay, back better forward. There is a waist swivel hidden under the belt, of course, that holds it nicely. Legs have a swivel at the top, they do go out that much. Double jointed knee as you would expect, but he can't kick his own ass. There is a swivel at the boot as well, it seems, as well as ankle pivot and a rocker. So yeah, as you would expect, Marvel Legends articulation, he can look up a little bit because there is a hinge and ball joint, and he can look down as well. So not bad, as you would expect for Marvel Legends. Now let's get into some more mixing and matching. I also need to point out that this was the previous shield that we got with the very first Infinity War Captain America, and as you can see, this is based off concept art. This is not how the shield looked in the movie, so when you compare that to the new version, it is a drastic improvement. So I do prefer the new one, obviously. So now in total we actually have 3 different shields from Marvel Legends in regards to Wakandan shields. Before we get into some comparisons, I just wanted to see if my kit bashed pieces from my action figure upgrade would work on this new body. So as you can see here, I've got 2 third-party shields from AliExpress. Now these are just symmetrical shields, which as I said, I prefer. I actually do prefer the Marvel Legends ones because they're a little bit more accurate, better made, but again, they're not the same. I wanted symmetrical, so I'll move them to the side. So that's my first kit bashed upgrade. My second, if you couldn't tell, is I have this casting cave custom head on here, which looks much better. Definitely resembles Steve Rogers, aka Chris Evans, the actor, so much more. And yeah, I believe this is probably my best incarnation that I can get of Captain America from Infinity War. Let me just zoom in and show you that head. I'm sure you would agree, this definitely looks much more like Steve Rogers, aka Chris Evans, than the Marvel Legends one. Like, this is beautiful. Bravo, casting cave. And if I bring in the previous, well, the head sculpt we got with this guy for comparison, as I said, you tell me which is better. But there you go. So I do think this guy is going to be my kit bashed Captain America for my shelf. Custom shields, custom head, but the body is pretty good. I would have preferred the darker blue and the darker tones, if I'm going to be honest. But I do think the pinless makes a difference, and yeah, this may be it. And one last time before we move on, here we have the 2 official versions of Captain America from Infinity War from Marvel Legends. Now here is the new Infinity Saga version compared to the previous 2018 version. And as you can see, the new one is definitely an upgrade in my opinion. So if you have this guy on your shelf, then yeah, definitely get this new guy. Is it perfect? No, but it's definitely still an upgrade and the best Marvel Legend version we have. And if you want to be really sneaky, do some upgrades like me. Now let's get stuck into some comparisons. Now I can hardly fit all of these on my review table, but they are all different incarnations of Captain America. We got World War II cap, First Avengers cap, Stealth Suit the Winter Soldier cap. This is the Age of Ultron Captain America. Then we have Infinity War. Then we have Endgame Final Battle, and then Endgame sort of Quantum Realm suit with the little briefcase. Now I have swapped heads. I think that's got the head of this guy on it or something like that. I can't quite remember what I did, but still, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different incarnations of Captain America. And this isn't every Captain America figure. This is just a couple I've pulled off the shelf that have different looks. But yeah, which is your favourite Captain America look? Let me know in the comments below. And one closer look at 3 iconic versions of Captain America now within the MCU. This is a terrible figure. It was first released as a Walmart exclusive, then it got re-released in the UK as a Best of Avengers wave, and then it got a re-release in the third Avengers movie wave. But it's a terrible figure, needs putting in the bin, but this outfit could do with a brand new figure. This is an iconic Captain America outfit from the first Avengers movie. It's just the figure is terrible. Then we have this new Infinity Saga. Infinity War Captain America in the middle, but my personal favourite, of course, is worthy Captain America from Endgame with Mjolnir. All we need now is a snapped shield, and that would have been a perfect figure. But my favourite look for Captain America is, of course, this guy. Here we have Infinity War Cap next to Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, and Sam Wilson, the Falcon. And I don't know if the proportions of this head and body really sort of fit in with these two figures. I'm not too sure, but either way we have that. And if I take out Sam Wilson and bring in Scarlett Johansson in her Infinity War gear, you can sort of see how these three outfits are definitely accurate to the Infinity War movie, and these can fit together on a display. And instead of doing 1,000 comparisons, let's just do one more comic book comparison with Marvel Legends 6-inch Bucky Cap, average Marvel Legend body, which is of course worthy Hellfire Hank. So, final thoughts on this Marvel Legends Infinity War Captain America. Now, I do think this is an upgrade to their previous version, and I completely understand why Marvel went back to the WoW for this particular look for Captain America. The previous one just wasn't accurate, wasn't fit for purpose. This one is definitely an improvement. It is definitely better. I like the display options. However, I still have my nitpicks, but overall, I can kit bash and sort of create my ultimate Infinity War Captain America, as I love this look for Cap, and I also love Infinity War the movie, definitely up there in my favourite MCU movie, so I need a Cap on the shelf. So I'll figure it out, but you let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this a character, is this a figure that you are trying to track down to upgrade your collection, or are you just skipping it entirely? Always curious to hear your thoughts in the comments below. But stick around as I continue reviewing these Infinity Saga figures. Very excited to get these new characters as we move through them now, and you can do that by please hitting that subscribe button. Much appreciated. You can now hit that join button and become a channel member, either show some love or join the members club. Thank you very much, and you can follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. I'm on Twitter at Dan Who Reviews, and as always, people, my name is Dan W, and I will, of course, see you on the next one.